All right. So I'm going to record. I'm just going to start really quick with today's date is Tuesday, June 28th. So if you're listening to this call, then we have 2 more days left of the month. But first, real quick, before we go any further, I'm just going to take a minute, maybe your names, where you're from, something about yourself, something, maybe what program you're doing, whatever you want to share, something quick, and we can, whatever you want. Chloe, you're first on my top of my screen, so you get to go first. Your favorite part?
I'm Chloe, and I'm doing Insanity right now.
Craziness.
It is intense, really intense. But I'm actually from South Africa, but I'm living in Woodbridge right now. So,
hey,
got 2 kids. Driving me crazy right now. That's me.
We all feel your pain. All right. Let's see. Rachel's are next to each other. Rachel Gibson.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I am on the last week of the chisel program from the Master's Hammer and Chisel right now. And then I'm going to do extreme, except I'm going out of town. I have 2 kids, and we live in Virginia right now.
Other Rachel Perkins.
Yeah, Rachel Perkins, and right now I'm doing Insanity Max 30, which is very intense. I'm on the 2nd month. Before that, I did the 22-minute, and that was a good one too. I've only been doing the coaching thing for, I think, 2 months, or maybe a little bit longer. And then I have 2 little boys, 3-year-old and almost 6-year-old. And I live in Yuba City, California.
Amber?
I am Amber, and I live in Oroville, California. I have 8 4-legged kids, I'll say. And I'm doing Insanity Max 30 as well. And wow, I'll say struggling through it in the 2nd month. I'm hoping to do the hammer and chisel next month, and I kind of was one of my questions of what you guys thought about it, kind of what it was about if we had time.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Last but not least, Jada.
I'm Jada. I'm from Dothan, Alabama. Currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm doing a 22-minute hardcore for the 2nd time. And no kids, but I got a dog, and he's really cute and little.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking your time to get on. And to me, I really feel like the more we can get people onto these calls, the more we get to know each other, but the more we also can motivate each other, help each other, pass ideas around. This is not meant for me to talk the whole time. So if you guys have ideas to share, questions, I really would love it to be as interactive as possible. That's always my ultimate goal. I know I sometimes still do talk a lot, but you're always welcome to interrupt me at any time. I just get really excited about all of this, if you haven't noticed.
You talk a lot naturally, I think.
What's that?
I said you just talk a lot naturally.
I do talk a lot naturally. I'm very loud, and I'm Lebanese, so if you've ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, it's pretty much the same thing. So, anyways, just some business matters, a few things about upcoming events and stuff like that. We are going to start a free group on the 5th, the Buns and Guns. So I will, between tonight and tomorrow, I'll post the little image, and I'm going to create probably my event tomorrow for that. And so you're welcome to just create your own event and copy whatever wording I've used for your own, or you make it your own, however you want. So that starts the 5th. It's only going to be, I'm going to do 5 days because it's the 5th. But then I thought, since that would put us on Saturday, we'll do a bonus 6th day on that Sunday just to kind of close it out. So technically, we're going to call it a 5-day free group and then give them a bonus at the end to kind of close out the week, since we're starting on a Tuesday as it is. So that's Buns and Guns, or Guns Out for Summer. I don't remember what we call it. No, not Buns and Guns. Sun's Out, Guns Out. Sorry. sun's out, guns out. So then 11th, our next group is called, I was talking with Shalise and all those girls, and we decided to call it the Summer Survival Group, because we're all like midsummer, we're trying to figure out how we fit in healthy eating, how do we go to restaurants, how do we go on vacations and still work out and still do all that. So that's going to be kind of the theme of the group. It's going to start the 11th, hopefully, depending on, what we get and who we get. With that said, one thing I'm trying new, and you're welcome to try it yourself as well, is I created an event for this as well. So sometimes people get confused because they're used to getting my free event, so people still click and show they're interested. But what I'm going to do over these next few days is kind of do like a sneak peek. So I'm going to do like a couple posts along the way that say like what about myself, about our team, maybe what is a challenge group, what do you get, just kind of for 3 or 4 days, give them information. So you can always lead people into that event. Be like, well, here you have the questions, check out the event, maybe more at the end. With it, probably by the end of like middle week, still give them time to order by the 11th, get their stuff by the 11th. I'm going to post the links for them to order directly in there. So hopefully, as those things get more popular, the goal is that people will be like, click on when you're done, once you've ordered, click done. And then more people will see that. And it's kind of like a positive peer pressure thing where people are wanting to do it because everybody else is doing it. And then we move them into the private group. So it's kind of like a sneak peek into an accountability group. I personally haven't figured out a set schedule or anything like that I want to follow. If you guys want to be added into that just to see what mine looks like, I can add you in just to check it out. And then if you want to create your own, you're welcome to. If you want to invite to that, that's fine. Just please make sure you're on top of the people. My concern for that and our concern of making it a group thing is at the end when I post my links, I don't want any of your people clicking on that. So that's why the best way would be for just to have everybody create their own event and kind of do it that way. If you're not ready to do that just yet, that's okay. You don't have to be. But that's one new thing I'm trying, that if you're ready and you want some help to walk through that, I can talk to you more about it as well. So the 11th is Summer Survival. One thing with Summit coming up that we are going to try and do, and everybody's midsummer, so maybe it would be good for anybody even if you're not going to Summit, is June 24th to the 26th. No, sorry, July. We're already almost done with June. July 24th to 26th, we're going to do a team-wide 3-day refresh. So if you want to try a refresh and you order your refresh, and we're going to do it all together. In partnership, we shine. We're going to go with them too and go maybe make a group, make it at a group, kind of a small group for those 3 days, and just kind of the positive of that is also walking away with all of these different results that we can share then with people. So, I'm sorry?
What was the date for that?
We're doing it July 24th to the 26th. Because we leave for Summit on the 27th. So then we're going to go to Nashville and pig out and eat and drink the whole time. But hey, some of us have a photo shoot, so at least we won't eat just.
It's all about balance, right?
Yeah, it's all for the photo shoot, and then I'm good. So, I mean, if you want to give that a try, it'll be a fun way to do it together too. So those are the events I have coming up. So that's all for the business stuff that I can think of. So I think maybe we'll start. I was hoping you guys could come with maybe questions. So I tried to preempt that. Who wants to? Anybody have a question that they want to share or came up with something that they want to ask about or talk about? Question?
I did. Is it?
Go ahead, Amber.
Okay. I was curious because I did listen to a team call about, and then the gal said about using the business tracker and stuff. I was just kind of curious what other people do. because I downloaded that Asana or whatever, but I don't know, it just didn't. I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird. And I'm into like writing it in a notebook, but then I kind of want my conversations handy just to see. So I just didn't know what other people might do and like.
All right. What are you guys all doing? Have any of you guys used the business activity tracker or anything like it? What do you guys do? Chloe?
I use the,
You're shaking your head.
I use the tracker, but I also use the follow-ups that I got in the Diamond group.
Okay. Can you share that in our group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been following up like 2, 3, maybe 4 times with people.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it helps.
Is that the Power of 3 one?
No, it was the
Raina Odell Power of 3?
Yeah, it was the
That's what I've been using as well. It actually might already be in our file section of the Team Limitless file. Those are for follow-ups. And it also has actually a calendar that you can keep track. It's called the Power of 3. It's another tracking system. So you could try that as well. Those are both, that's paper and pen. But for the follow-ups, I've been using that too. It has scripts for you to use for follow-ups, and it actually gives you up to 4 follow-ups per person. So I have found it very helpful. I have people on the 3rd follow-up, 4th follow-up, being like, oh, wait, sorry, I never got in touch with you. Don't take me off your contact list. Tell me what this is all about. Or I'm busy right now. Contact me in another month. So it actually has been really, really good. It is a lot to keep organized, and that's why I've actually been using Asana. I can do a quick little thing if you guys want. I can show you on my screen share how I'm using it. I personally was a paper and pencil. I have a notebook, and I used to just flip through that. I think that's great to start, but I think once you get to a point where that is just not enough, then you do probably have to find some sort of either digital way or like a, actual tracker. I don't track conversations, but I have the names in Asana and the date, the follow-up date, and then when I go back, I look in my messenger and look up at the past conversations at what we've talked about and kind of go from there.
Does Asana give you any kind of like reminder, like on your phone, where you can be like, oh, it reminds you to contact this person or check in?
If you guys want, I will do a quick screen share. I don't want to spend too much time, but I'll show you. I definitely have not used it to its potential. Mm-hmm. But here's what I've done. I basically have invites and a few different projects is what they're called. The only one I'm really using is invites. And then what I'll do is, so then I'll search by due date, because I have a due date for each one. So tasks by due date. So these are all the people that I was supposed to follow up with today, tomorrow, Friday. And so, for example, my top ones, like that was yesterday, but I had already I hadn't updated it. But I'll come in here and say whatever, follow-up number 3 wants more information. And then once you do that, you can set your date to follow up tomorrow, in 2 weeks. So what I've been doing is I'll set a date for 2 weeks for a generic follow-up. And then if they respond to me, I go back in and I adjust it based on their response. If I sent them links, then I'll put sent links, and then I'll adjust the due date to 2 days from now. I've also started to add the tags. So if I send somebody links, I'll put sent links. So that way, when I want to do a search, I don't have enough time to go through all my follow-ups for today. Then I can just do a search by my sent links or by my top 10. And then those are the people that I know I need to contact. I know you can set up an email notification each day for it to remind you. I haven't done that because I just know that that's where I need to go do it, and that's how I search. but you can break it down as much as you want. Like if you want to add your new contacts and then comment like on each person that maybe I've, written on their page or sent them a welcome message, you can do that. I need to do more of that, keeping track of my new people. But for right now, I'm at a minimum tracking my invite. So anybody I invite, you add a task, Jennifer Jones, whatever. And then I'll put invite, comment, then I'll add our due date. So right now for the initial invite, I give it like a week. So then next week I set to follow up with her. And then, I never cross them off. So I never delete them. For her, obviously it's fake, I did. But even if I've sent 4 follow-ups, which is the last follow-up in that power of 3, in that follow-up, it says, thanks so much. I haven't been able to reach you. You know where to find me. If you ever are interested, something like that. I don't know. But from there, I just leave them in my list and I set the follow-up for like a month or 2 months. And then in a month or 2 months, maybe then I might even be like, hey, just so like still another touch base. But those get, pushed once you get to the 4th one. Then you kind of have to move on. All right, let me see. Do you guys have questions about that? Does that make any sense at all? Okay. As you do it, if you have questions, I'm happy to help. Rachel. So that's what I've been using. And to me, when you start following up that much and having that many people to check in with and adding like this many new people a day, then I've found that to be a lot more useful than my paper and pen, which I used up until probably 3 months ago. So at that point, it's really, I don't know. Do you guys use anything else?
Paper and pen is still what I'm using.
Yeah.
I'm adding a lot of people a day.
I started an Excel spreadsheet and I sort of used it for a while, but I haven't really lately.
Yeah. So, I think it's whatever is best for you. The business activity tracker is a good one. To me, just, it also isn't enough. Like if I'm inviting 20 people a day, I don't have enough on there. To start, like Power of 3 is inviting 3, adding 3, so that's enough for that, or for the business activity tracker. For tasks, we also in the Team Limitless files have another thing called like the daily activity task sheet or something like that. That's a really good one to follow too. It helps you kind of check off, like one of you guys posted from the call today that you like a list that shows like what to do each day. Robin created it. Let me see exactly what it's called, but I like that one a lot. It would give me the, let me see what that one was called. Daily activities. That's all it's called. It's in our Team Limitless page too. But it has a really good check-off list Monday through Sunday, Monday through Sunday of what you can do every day. So for a long time, I did just scroll through my Facebook messages from the bottom up, and I would just contact, but now I can't do that. It's just too much. So you'll get there and you'll be like, okay, I need to find something else. All right. Does that answer your question? Does that help?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, cool. What else, guys? Who else has a Jada, do you have a question? Any questions? Nothing? Rachel? Either Rachel?
What about follow-up? Say you reach out to somebody the first time. How long do you usually wait between the follow-ups? Between the first, second, third follow-ups? Is it about a week, or do you kind of give it a couple weeks?
Usually the first invite, it depends on where I am in my month. Like it's now where I was like really needing to get my Success Club, and then it probably would have been sooner. But Typically for me, but following that power of 3, it gives you a layout as well. But I usually give it a week. That's when I set my task due date. Beyond that, I've been setting it to 2 weeks, like for your second follow-up. And then beyond that, it's usually 2 to 3 weeks. So it just depends. After if they respond to my invite and I've sent them links, then I usually follow up the next day. And then if they don't respond from there, I give it like a couple days, and then a week, and then 2 weeks. So it just depends on your response. But if they don't answer at all, then I usually give them a week to follow up again. And then the next one, 2 weeks. And another last one is usually 2 to 3 weeks later. That's what I've been setting my timer for.
Okay, because it kind of depends on the person and what their response or reaction is to.
Yeah, and don't if by the third one sometime, or you've sent them links and they seem really interested, but they always. I mean, sometimes I'm just hey, sorry, I don't mean to be a bother, but I just am trying to follow up. I would like to, just want to make sure you don't have any further questions. Mm-hmm. And usually when they see you say, I don't mean to be a bother, or sorry if I'm bothering you, then they're like, oh, no, you're not bothering me, Yeah, they're just busy, they haven't gotten to it. So for us, we have, I have my list of these top 10 people that I'm stalking, because I'm where are you? Come on, you said you're interested, and they're not thinking about it as much as we are, and that's the reality. So they need those reminders. I mean, I think back about when I started, and Shalise she sent me the links, and gosh, I don't know how many times it took me before I actually even watched them. Not because I wasn't interested, but just because I just didn't have time and I was busy, and, it just wasn't a priority until I was okay, let me look at these, sit down. And I needed those reminders. And most of the time people appreciate the reminders and appreciate the messages. They just sometimes don't always, put it at the top of their list to get back to you. But I'll be sorry to be a bother, or sometimes if it's the end of the month and you have a goal to hit, I've been hey, I have a goal to hit. I just really would love to hear back from you. I'm giving away a free cookbook. Are you interested? Right. It just depends on how. And it's not pushy. I'm never hey, are you going to order? Right. Just do you have any further questions? Are you still interested? When would be a good time to follow up? That's another. Leave it. You can always ask them. When you send them the links, maybe say, is it okay if I follow up with you later tonight or tomorrow? Give them a time that you're going to follow up with them. And with that, then they'll be yeah, sure, and you can at least set that time for yourself too. But definitely check out that power of 3, because I have really, and it simplifies the process too for you. I'm okay, I know what to send each person, when to send it, copy and paste, add a few little things to make it my own for some of them, and then kind of go from there,
I have a question, Rania.
Yeah.
What do you do when you accidentally send the cold messages with the wrong name?
Sometimes I'll do that. I'll just be oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put your name, I wrote the wrong name, asterisk, whatever, but then I'm oh, I'm never hearing back from this person again. Because they know I just copy and pasted that message. It happens every
That's funny.
But yeah, it happens. I'll just be oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's not, or I've done it where I've been sorry, I totally did not even mean to send you this message. I was sent this to the wrong person by accident. And then I won't ask them that question again. I'll just be oh, how's it going? By the way. But nobody's ever called me out on it. So either they just don't respond, or they say, oh, it's okay, no problem. So
I've heard a lot of that, no problem. But then I don't know what to do after that. I'm okay, do I do the third follow up, or do
then you just change the topic? How's it going? What have you been up to? How's your summer going? Sorry about that. And that's it.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, I've done that too by accident. I mean, I had like 5 or 6 once that I like totally sent them the wrong message. And it was like, I don't even remember what it was, but they're like, I think you didn't mean to send this. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I totally did not mean to send this to you. Because I was trying to send them a message, but it was just the wrong one. I was working way too fast and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So, yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else? You guys have any questions about anything else you can think of?
I kind of do. Because I mean, I'm sure that other people have problems with the price, obviously, and the challenge packs being with Shakeology, not wanting the Shakeology, you tell them the benefits and all that. At what point, I mean, do you just kind of leave it like, well, let me know, or okay, I'll follow up with you? At what point if they just want a program and to be a part of the group, do you decide, okay, I'm going to offer that?
When you've like sent them, like to me, like I'll send them the video clips, I'll send them what they get, I'll send them all of that. And then when they say, okay, what do I have to do or how much is it? Then I send here's option 1, you can sign up and this is all you get for this price. Or here's option 2, you can sign up, as a coach. And then which option do you think is best for you? And then if they say neither of those or they can't afford it, I typically don't offer them the program by itself. If they say, well, how much is just the program? Then I say, well, this is the price, but you don't get, there is the nutrition factor you don't get, and I'll tell them what they're still missing. But, if that's how you want to start, then, then we tell them, then that's okay. And we'll put you in a group and hopefully, you'll see how the benefits, because the hope is that they jump in the group and they see what everybody else is doing. And then maybe the next round they finish it and they want to try it, that's why we still let them in the other group, not let them in, but put them in, So, you want to provide a service and you want to help them. You want them to know the benefits of Shakeology and all of it, but, they have to make the decision on their own or else they're going to order it and either send it back or not finish it, and then you're losing them anyways. They have to be, that's the thing with all the objections. Like, I can't tell you how many objections I've gotten in the last 10 days, like 5 days. Everybody. I mean, nobody can afford it. But, they can afford other things. So it's really not a matter of affording it. It's a matter also of prioritizing and budgeting. And you can make it. You can afford well, I can't say that, but most people could find a way to make it work somehow. At least that initial investment. After that, cancel your Shakeology. I also tell them that. Like, if you really, truly, then get it for 30 days and at least get the benefit of it as a pack at the price that you get it for. And then if you can't get it any further, cancel it. But at least then you get to try it and, do that. But, I mean, the reality is, like, if they're just not ready, then they're just not ready. And I tell everyone, I'm like, it is a small investment, and but the investment is for you. It's for your family. It can change your life, and when you're ready to do that, I'll be here. And that's pretty much what I say to them. I'm like, it's an investment, but it's worth every penny. And if you don't think so, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So typically that, and then I'll say, well, when would be a good time to follow back up with you? Can I follow up with you before our next group? And maybe you'll be able to budget it by then. And then typically, they do. I mean, then I'll just follow back up. And then after a couple times of them seeing me and posts and results, then sometimes they, want to try it. So,
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we have 7 minutes left. So maybe I thought we could go around and share a success. It doesn't have to be about your business. It can be, I would be great, but a success about your fitness, your health, your whatever you want to share. One thing that this week has experienced a success with. Small, it can be small, it can be big, it can be whatever you want it to be. I'm starting opposite. Jada, you're going to start. You're on the bottom. I'm going bottom.
Well, I've been eating clean for like 4 or 5 weeks, so that's pretty awesome that I'm sticking with that. So it hasn't been awful, and like, I mean, I don't feel angry or anything, so it's good. And the pants that I wear for work, they actually fit better. So
that's awesome. So you feel different, and that's great. Yay! That's a huge thing. Amber.
I'm excited. I took steps out of my comfort zone, and I've been posting videos and selfies, which I never imagined I'd do. And I even followed up and thanked people that liked or commented on those, and that was nice. So
awesome! Yay! Rachel Gibson. Oh, you're muted.
Okay, I am. Small, but I posted yesterday about 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme, and I had somebody actually say they were interested. That hasn't really gone any farther than that, but
okay, they're watching.
It's been a long time since anybody did that, so that was nice.
Yay! They're watching.
They're watching.
Yay! Rachel Perkins.
Yeah, I think mine was posting the workout video on Facebook too. Amber doing it, I'm like, okay, I better do it too. And it just kind of makes it feel a little bit easier. So I'm kind of excited to do it again. And then just from doing that and the posts that I've been doing for the last week, I had another lady reach out to me about, what are you doing? I want to get involved and, get in shape. And so I think she's going to end up doing 21 Day Fix, but probably not till July, which I'm like, shoot, because that's, the special is for June, but
it may still be. They may keep it alive with the test group that they're doing, that TV
competition, and and so I'm hoping.
And we know by tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll know.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's what's exciting is the more that I see I'm posting it, more people are reaching out and just kind of asking like, "What are you doing? What's that?" And so it's exciting.
Good job.
Thanks.
Chloe.
Oh, for me, it's I guess, branched out into something other than Beachbody, and I had the prayer groups.
Yes.
And I actually got 2 challenge packs out of those prayer groups.
Yay.
And I've actually been building personal relationships with the people that are in my prayer groups. So I think that might lead to bigger stuff.
So that's awesome. And that's one thing I think for maybe an upcoming free group, maybe if you want to help with, like, I know in Partnership We Shine, they did a faith and fitness group. Like, so maybe we can combine and do a faith and fitness free group. I know some of us could help with the fitness and maybe other of you guys could help with the faith part, and we could reach out to new people that maybe, we hadn't reached out to before. So I was thinking about trying that as a free group maybe for next month, like for August.
That if you bring more to the table than just the fitness stuff, people can relate to you more. Like, I found a group that, I love my dogs, so I found a group for Black Labs, and I've added a lot of those people from that group.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been watching me and asking questions about the 21 Day Fix and insanity and stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's more than just, when people see that you're not just, Beachbody all the time.
Right.
They're like, okay, she's actually a real person and there's more to her than just the Beachbody stuff.
Right. Agreed. That's awesome. Yay. That's so great. Very exciting stuff. I'm so excited and proud of you. And I'm going to just say mine really quick is I am on day 2 and I have not had a drop of chocolate. And this is like the biggest deal ever. I've done 2 days of countdown to competition eating, and yesterday I was hangry, Jada, but so I'm following my the plan as close as I can for this next couple weeks. So we'll see. I'm still going to have some chocolate, but 2 days I win. Very proud of myself. So
Good job.
oh, it's almost, I swear, like I'm going through some sort of withdrawal.
Right.
Anyways, we are going to run out of time. Hopefully we don't before I do a quick drawing for the people that did their points. So I have a few more. And I hope we have time, but if not, raise your hand if you want to keep track of points again next month. Are you guys helping you? Okay,
yeah,
so I'll put that to the team again. We'll start over if that's okay with everybody. Yeah. Until I go to Summit, I may be running out of prizes, but we'll see what we can do. So here's one for this week, though. Abby, and Abby's not on the call. But Abby, I will probably not mail it to you. I might just bring it to Summit. So I have a prize for you. So you guys are really, I hope that it's helping you, and I hope it's helping you guys find new activities. I might try and add some new stuff on there just to change it up a little bit. If you are doing it and you're on this call or not on this call and you are keeping track the next month, maybe give that a try. It might help you branch out and try some new things as well. So I'll put that out, and I'm going to put out some visuals between tonight and tomorrow for the upcoming summer accountability group. I have a couple pictures you can use, as well as the Sun's Out, Guns Out. If you guys need anything or have any questions, just reach out anytime. All right. Have a great night. Thank you so much for getting on.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Wait. Let me get a picture. I've got everybody smiling this time. Hold on. Quick. It's going to cut us off. I know it is. All right. Ready? 1.
Oh, yeah. We were serious last
time. Smile. 1, 2, 3.